Hi.
Hi there.
So last week we saw each other at Fort Augustus. In between, we went to Fort William 3 days later. We did it in 3 days. The first day was quite hard because it was cold and we were set up really nice in the house. So it was cold. It was near a lake. It was really nice. And in the end, it started to rain again. We wanted to set up the tent somewhere because after 20 kilometers, about 20 kilometers, I started to have pain
12
in my
miles.
feet. And then the problem was the ground was so rocky that we could not set up the tent anywhere. So
It was very difficult
yeah,
to for my picks or my packs in the ground. It was very difficult. But we find some nice spots nearby waterfalls or nearby beautiful view of the mountains. It was flat for the 3 days. It was not.
no, it was not that.
It was not that difficult, but it became the Murphy's Law for the 3 days because the midges began to attack every part of my body. She had problems with her feet.
Yeah, it was. I stayed in Fort William, as announced on the Facebook page as well. I couldn't walk anymore, so we were looking for alternatives, and one of the alternatives was that Eric would go into nature and I would follow him. But the next morning, it was not possible. So I asked the bed and breakfast Ronald's too. Really nice people. If
Very
I could
kind.
stay 3 more nights. So Eric went his way and I stayed 3 more nights in Fort William. Only the last day I went out actually to eat something and to visit Fort William a little bit. But I stayed inside and I rested my feet.
I went to Glenfinnan. I saw the viaduct, but I went to the mountains. It was very difficult, very cold, rainy, and I did I think 18 miles that day, and everything was wet. My clothes, my bag. The only thing that wasn't wet was my sleeping bag and my sleeping pad, and the rest was wet. And I walked 2 days, and the next morning I forgot it was Sunday, so I went to the train station to take my train to Morar or Milek. I don't know which one I would choose to do my next trip, my next walk. So I was there at 8:30 a.m. and I saw the first train was at 12:46. So I was there for 4 hours for nothing, in the cold. Everything was closed. Yeah, I was not lucky. No. And I saw 2 French people who told me that the Isle of Skye was very beautiful. So I was in doubt of choosing Morar to the Sword Land and Tebet, or Malek and take the ferry to the Skye. And I needed an ATM because I didn't have money, and the only place where there was money was Malek, so my choice was quick. I went to Malek and took the ferry to the Isle of Skye. It was very beautiful, but you will see in our Scotland review next week. So, conclusion, Murphy's Law with her feet, midges for me.
cell phone
hard,
cable.
rainy days, but Scotland is very beautiful. Very beautiful. People very kind. I saw a lot of people of all parts of Europe, and they were all kind with me. And I with them, of course. That was the short review of our
Oh,
week.
just
Yeah.
that yesterday we saw each other again for the first time
Yes.
after a couple of
After
days.
after 3 days, I saw her again.
More than 2 days, 3 nights. We saw each other again in Malek, and today we went from Malek. We took the train to Glasgow, which was like almost 6 hours on the train.
On the train. And here we are in Glasgow for 3 days.
3 nights.
3 nights?
3 nights.
3 nights.
Relax.
And shopping. I will do some shopping. Whiskey.
That's it.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.